All right, man. So this next one is just one of the reasons I say make better choices. Uh, people people really have to make better choices because your life and your freedom may depend on it. And I'm gonna show you this video, and as usual, just come back and give you my thoughts about the whole situation because I think it's terrible, and it just makes no sense. There is no reason for this.
11 tonight, a man says he was trying to keep a woman from shooting his children after she hit his car in Atlanta. I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. He gave us this dramatic video of their encounter. It all ended with a gunshot. Atlanta News First Alani Latang is live downtown to explain what happened here. Alani?
So Tracy, Blair, the father in that video tells me that it started when the woman hit him and then she tried to flee. She eventually stopped in a neighborhood here in downtown Atlanta, and then she pulls out a gun, waves it in his face and his teenage son's face. The teen captured the whole thing on camera.
Oh man, he's not gonna call me.
A hit and run on the highway turned street tackle.
You don't care who's in this car. You just hit us. You didn't stop to check on us, make sure we're okay. You didn't care.
The man in the video, Brandon Parker, says this woman hit his car on I-20, crossed over multiple lanes, then took the first exit. In the car with Brandon is his 2-year-old, 8-year-old, and 14-year-old sons. With police on the phone, Brandon says he follows, hoping his teen can get a picture of the woman's tags and license plate.
She pulls onto a road, stops in the middle of the road, jumps out. She's being belligerent. She tries to get in my face.
I don't probably know. Don't touch me.
The shot missing their feet.
You really don't have time to think. It's really just a response type situation. All I'm concerned about is just don't hurt my child. Like, we can work this out. It's not that serious. We both got insurance.
Brandon's 14-year-old son is recording this altercation. His 2- and 8-year-old sons are sheltering in the car.
Everything I did was to keep them from getting shot. So I'm watching the gun the entire time, and I'm able to kind of hip toss her and slam her head into the concrete. When I do that, it knocks her unconscious. I'm able to get the gun.
He's out cold.
Brandon says the woman comes to, then flees before police arrive.
I let her go. You know, I stopped because self-defense only goes so far. It's not self-defense if I'm trying to chase her and grab her and pin her down. In that moment, I wasn't thinking like that. But thinking back, you know, I should have made some different decisions because it could have cost my child their life.
The day started like this.
Man,
Brandon drove from their home in Alabama for a day trip to Zoo Atlanta. That joy faded after getting hit, leaving them with thousands of dollars in damage.
All these scratch marks.
Stop playing with these folks' kids. Because people out here ain't going to play with you.
Man.
We're still working to confirm the woman's identity, but Atlanta police tells us that they do have an incident report for this case. Reporting live downtown, I'm Alani Latang, Atlanta.
So instead of her pulling over, she stopped in the middle of the road, got out the car with the gun, waving it around, and the shot went off. And thankfully, nobody was hurt or hit. Now, here's the part that gets me. Some people think that just because they have a gun, that makes them some type of badass. And they use that like a tool of intimidation. You know, for them, they think, you know, people will just cower down. And it's, you know, about control. But see, when you're carrying, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. I carry daily, and I know the responsibilities that come with it. You know, it's not about ego. It's about discipline, being prepared, and just praying that you never have to use it. But she had every opportunity to make things right. I mean, she could have stopped after the accident, exchanged information, and just kept it moving. Even after hitting the car and driving off, I mean, at that point, you know, because I mean, this was a hit and run. I mean, she could have, you know, pulled over and just dealt with that situation like an adult. But instead, she got out of the car, waved the gun around with her finger on the trigger, and then putting that gun into somebody's face. You know, she hit their car, she pulled the gun, she fired the shot. She's the one to blame for this whole situation escalating. and now she's going to prison because dumb decisions always have consequences. And in most situations like this, when people make bad choices, there always seems to be one thing missing, and that's accountability. Instead of being accountable for her actions, she ran off like nothing happened. Even after getting knocked out on the pavement, after this whole situation was over, she got up and pulled off. So she's still out there dodging accountability. So hopefully she's caught and taken off the streets. And if the cops if they got the tag number, she might as well turn herself in. Now, on the flip side of this, let's not forget that the father, he could have been hurt too. Wrestling somebody with a loaded gun is dangerous. You don't know what can happen. One wrong move and that trigger gets pulled. Just like in that situation, the gun went off and fired around. Um, people get hurt and people lose their lives because of stray bullets. Stray bullets are real. People getting hit by strays have happened, and that could have been a possibility in this situation, especially with this child standing there recording. Um, so if you're not armed, and I guess even if you are armed, but you have to be extra careful when defending yourself. Not everybody walks away like he did, and you just got to remember that the goal is to make it home safely. And just remember that he was from out of town. He was from another state. So I don't know if he knew the area or whatever. He didn't know where she was leading him to, because he did follow her to get the tag number, the license plate number. I mean, it could have been a dangerous area or even a setup, with him following behind her like that. There could have been somebody else in the car with a weapon. So you always want to make sure that you're aware of your surroundings and paying attention to your environment, especially when you're not from that area and you don't know uh, a lot of those neighborhoods and places, where you trying to follow that person that just hit your car. But I think she's lucky because some people don't play around. You pull a gun on the wrong person, you might not walk away. That could have easily happened in this situation, and it would have been justifiable. So at the end of the day, it all comes back to just choices. She made the wrong ones, and now she's looking at prison. And the father, he made the choice to protect his kids without going too far. And I think that's the reason why nobody lost their life. Um, he made a split-second decision, and thankfully it worked out for him. And I think what he did is what anybody else would do in that situation when it comes to survival. When you got your kids involved or your family members, your loved ones, and you get pushed into a survival situation, sometimes it just comes down to those split-second decisions, to try to get these folks up off you, that's coming at you with a threat. So, um, but I mean, I don't know. It's crazy, man, like, for somebody to just I don't know, just go off the rails like that over a simple traffic incident. It was a fender bender, something minor. So, but like I always say, man, you just got to make better choices because one reckless moment that can cost you your freedom, your family, your life. It can cost you everything. So protect yourselves, protect each other, stay safe, and as always, just make better choices. Peace, y'all.